Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Diversity of Plants Zone. In this channel, you will find every video related to the plants and their diversity throughout the world. I need your support in the form of your feedbacks, comments, and subscription. I hope that you will like today's video. Today's topic of my video is about introduction and classification system of the Rolf Dahlgren. I hope that you will enjoy this video, so let's start the video. First of all, I will discuss about introduction to the Rolf Dahlgren. Rolf Martin Theodor Dahlgren was born on the 7th of July in 1932 and died on the 14th of February in 1987. He was a Swedish-Danish botanist and professor at the University of Copenhagen from 1973 to his death. He was born on the 7th of July in 1932 in Örebro and died on the 14th of February 1987, aged 54, in Scania, and nationality is Danish. He was known for the Daggering System and his spouse is the Gertrude Dahlgren. Scientific career includes the fields like the botany. Institution is the University of Copenhagen. An author abbreviation for botany is R. Dahlgren. So, this is the city. Örebro is a city with 124,027 inhabitants. The seat of Örebro municipality and the capital of Örebro County in Sweden, as shown in the figure. And this is Scania, also known by its native name of Skåne, is the southernmost of the historical provinces of landskap of Sweden, as shown in the figure. Next is Danes, are a North Germanic ethnic group and nationality native to Denmark and a modern nation identified with the country of Denmark, as shown in the figure. So this is the University of Copenhagen. It's a public research university in Copenhagen, Denmark, as shown in the figure. Next, I'm going to discuss about his life. Dahlgren was born in Örebro on 7th of July 1932 to the apothecary Rudolf Dahlgren and wife Greta née Dahlstrand. He took his MSc degree in biology in 1955 and PhD degree in botany in 1963 at the Lund University. He was killed in a car crash in Scania, Sweden on the 14th of February 1987. Next, I'm going to discuss about his career. He continued working on South African plants during the expeditions in 1956 to 57 and 1965 to 66, while affiliated with the Botanical Museum in Lund as docent. In 1973, he became the professor of botany at the University of Copenhagen. Here he developed his system of Angiosperm classification based on many more characters simultaneously than previous systems, most notably many chemical plant traits. Although the system was first presented in Danish, it rapidly gained the widespread acceptance, particularly due to the instructive diagrams which are so called as the Dahlgrenograms. A Rolf Dahlgren Memorial Symposium was held in Berlin, Germany later in 1987. The couple had 3 children: Susanna, Helena, Frederick. In 1986, he was elected member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. The South African monotypic plant genus Dahlgrenodendron J. H. Ross, J. J. M. Venter Marva, and the A. E. van Wyk was named to him honor in 1988. Next, I am going to discuss about the list of selected publications. So first is the Dahlgren Rolf 1963, Studies on the Aspalathus and some related genera in the South Africa, PhD thesis, Lund University. Next is the Dahlgren Rolf 1974 to 76, Angiosperms, Taxonomy, Volume 1 to 4, Copenhagen. Akademisk Forlag. And the next is the Dahlgren R 1975, a system of classification of Angiosperms to be used to demonstrate the distribution of characters. Botanistica Noticia. Next is the Dahlgren R 1975b, the distribution of characters within an Angiosperm system 1, some embryological characters, Botanistica Noticia. And the next is the Dahlgren Rolf 1977, a commentary on a diagrammatic presentation of Angiosperms in relation to the distribution of character states, page number 253 to 284 in Kubitsky 1977. Next is the Dahlgren R 1977b, a note on the taxonomy of Synpatally and the related groups, publication of the Cairo University Herbarium. And the next is Dahlgren R. Nielsen, B.J. Goldblatt, P. and Rourke, J.P. 1979. Further notes on the Retiziaceae, its chemical content and affinities. Next is the Annals of the Missouri Botanical Garden. Next is Dahlgren R. Jensen, S.R. and Nielsen, B.J. 1976. Iridoid compounds in the Fuchsiaceae and notes on its possible affinities. Bolanishka Noticia. And the next is Dahlgren RMT, February 1980, a revised system of classification of the Angiosperms, Botanical Journal of the Linnean Society. Next is the Dahlgren Rolf Clifford, HT 1982, The Monocotyledons, a Comparative Study, London and New York, Academic Press. Next is Dahlgren R 1983, General Aspects of Angiosperm Evolution and Microsystematics, Nordic Journal of the Botany. Next is Dahlgren Rolf Rasmussen, FN 1983. Monocotyledon Evolution, Characters and Phylogenetic Analysis, Evolution, Biology, Volume 16, page number 255 to 395. And the next is Dahlgren, Rolf M. Clifford, H.T. Yo, Peter, 1985. The Families of the Monocotyledons, Structures, Evolution and Taxonomy, Berlin. And New York, Springer, Verlag, retrieved 10 February 2014. Additional excerpts. Next is the Dahlgren, Rolf, Lu, and Ming, 1985. Campani, Manthi, Campanimacea, Morphology, Microsporogenesis, Early Ovule Ontogeny and the Relationships, Nordic Journal of the Botany. Next I am going to discuss about the standard author abbreviation. The standard author abbreviation R. Dahlgren is used to indicate this person as the author when citing a botanical name. So next I am going to discuss about the Daggering System. Daggering System. One of the most modern systems of the plant taxonomy, the Daggering System was published by the monocot specialist Rolf Dahlgren in 1975 and revised in 1977 and in 1980. However, he is best known for his two treatises on Monocotyledons in 1982 and revised in 1985. His wife, Gertrude Dahlgren, continued the work after his death. So Dahlgren ranked the Dicotyledons and Monocotyledons as subclasses of the class of flowering plants, Angiosperms, and further divided them into superorders. So originally in 1975, he used the suffix "ani", as did Cronquist, to designate these, but in 1980 he changed this to the Florae in accordance with the throne. In the 1989 revision published by his wife, the alternate names, which is Magnoliidae and Liliidae, were dropped in favor of the Dicotyledon and Monocotyledon, and the suffix Florae reverted to the ani. For example, Alismatiflorae for the Alismatiflorae. Reveal provides an extensive listing of the Dahlgren's classification. Next I am going to discuss about the 1980s system. 1980s system. The summary includes the class Magnoliopsida, the flowering plants Angiospermi or Magnoliophyta, subclass Magnoliidae, Dicotyledons includes the 24 superorders. So the superorders are, first superorder is Magnoliiflorae. Next is superorder Nymphaeiflorae. Next is the superorder Ranunculiflorae. Superorder next is the Chirophiliflorae. Next is superorder Polygoniflorae. Next is superorder Malviflorae. Next superorder is Violiflorae, and the next superorder is Theflorae. Next superorder is Primuliflorae. Primuliflorae, and the next superorder is Rosiflorae. Next is the superorder Podostemiflorae. Next superorder is Fabiflorae, and the next is superorder Proteiflorae. Next superorder is Metiflorae or Metiflorae. Next superorder is Rutiflorae, and the next superorder is Centelliflorae. Next superorder is Blanophoriflorae. Next superorder is Aralliflorae, and the next is the Astriflorae. Next is Solaniflorae. Next is Corniflorae, and the next superorder is Loessiflorae, and the next superorder is Gentianiflorae, and the last superorder is Lamiflorae. So the subclass Liliidae Monocotyledons include these 7 superorders, and these superorders are superorder Alismatiflorae, superorder Triuridiflorae, superorder Ariflorae, superorder Liliiflorae, and the superorder Zingibriflorae, superorder Comelaniflorae, and superorder Araciflorae. So the Magnoliidae, Dicotyledons, subclass Magnoliiflorae, superorder Magnoliidae, and the order is Ananaceae, and the order is Annals. So the family is Ananaceae. Next family is Myristicaceae. Next family is Eupomatiaceae, and the next family is Canalaceae. Next family is Astrobiliaceae, and the next order is Aristolochales, and it includes the family Aristolochaceae. Next order is Raphleos. Raphleos includes the family Raphleaceae. Next family is Hydnoraceae. Next order is Magnoliales, and this Magnoliales includes the families which are family Degeneraceae, family Hemantenderaceae, and the family Magnoliaceae. Next order is Lactorideales, and this Lactorideales includes the family which is Lactoridaceae. Next order is Winterales, and this Winterales includes the families Winteraceae. Next order is Chloranthes, and this Chloranthes includes the family Chloranthaceae. Next order is Elysiales, and Elysiales includes 2 families which are Elysiaceae and Schistrandraceae. And the next order is Laurels, and this laurel includes the family Amborolaceae, and the next is Treminiaceae. Next is Monimiaceae, and the next is Gomortigaceae. Next family is Calicanthaceae, and the next is Lauraceae. Next order is Nelumbonaceae, and this order includes the family Nelumbonaceae. And the next superorder is Nymphaeiflorae, and it includes the orders Piperales. And this order includes the families which are Sororaceae, family Piperaceae, and the next order is Nymphaeales, and this Nymphaeales includes the 3 families which is family Combombaceae, family Nymphaceae, and the family Ceratophiliaceae. Next is the superorder, which is Ranunculiflorae, and this Ranunculiflorae includes the order which is Ranunculales, and this Ranunculales includes the family which is Lardizabalaceae, and the next is Sargentodoxaceae. Next family is Menispermaceae. Next family is Kingdoniaceae. Next family is Sarsiesteraceae, and the next is Ranunculaceae, and next family is Hydrastidaceae, and the next family is Berberidaceae. Next order is Papaverales. In this, Papaverales includes the two families, and the first family is Papaveraceae, and the next family is Fumariaceae. So the next superorder is the Caryophylliflorae, and this Caryophylliflorae includes the order which is Caryophyllales, and it includes the family which is Moluginaceae. Next family is Caryophyllaceae. Next is Phytolithaceae. Next is Achatocarpaceae. Next is Agdestidaceae. Next is Basilaceae. Next is Pochulaceae, and the next family is Stignospermataceae. Next family is Nyctaginaceae, and the next is Isoaceae, and next is Halophytaceae and Cactaceae, and the next is Dideriaceae. Next is Hectoralaceae, and the next is Chenopodiaceae, and the next family is Amaranthaceae. So the next superorder is Polygoniflorae, and Polygoniflorae includes the order which is Polygonales, and this Polygonales includes the family Polygonaceae. And the next superorder is the Malviflorae, and this Malviflorae includes the order Malveales, and this Malveales includes the family Sterculiaceae. And the next is the Plagiopteraceae, and the next is the Bixaceae. Next is the family Cochlospermaceae, and the next is Cystaceae. Next is Sphaerocephalaceae or Sphaerocephalaceae, and the next is Sarcolinaceae, and next is Hoaceae. Next is Tiliaceae. Next is Dipterocarpaceae. Next family is Bombaceae. Next family is Malvaceae. So the next order is the Urticales, and it includes the family Almaceae and Moraceae. And the next family is the Cecropiaceae. And next is Barbiaceae. And next is Cannabaceae. And the next family is Urticaceae. So the next order is the Euphorbiales or Euphorbiales, and Euphorbiales includes the family Euphorbiaceae, and the next family is Semenziaceae. Next family is Pandaceae, and the next is the Extoricaceae or Extoricaceae. Next family is Dichapetalaceae or Dicapetalaceae. Next order is the Plumbaginales, and this Plumbaginales includes two families which are Plumbaginaceae and Limoniaceae, and the next order is Thymelaceae, and this Thymelaeos includes the family Gonistylaceae, and the next family is Thymelaceae. Next order is Rhamnales, and this Rhamnales includes the families Rhamnaceae. Next superorder is the Violiflorae, and this superorder includes the order Violales, and this Violales includes the family which is Flacotiaceae, and the next family is Berberidopsidaceae. Next family is Aphtloaceae, and next is the Ficinaceae. Next is Passifloraceae. Next is Dipentodontaceae. Next is Paridiscaceae, and the next is Cyphostagiaceae. Next is family Violaceae. Next is family Turneraceae, and the next family is the Manischarbiaceae, and the next is the Caricaceae. Next order is the Cucurbitales, and this Cucurbitales includes the family Acariaceae. Next is Cucurbitaceae, and the next family is Begoniaceae, and the family Datiscaceae, and the next order is the Salicales, and the Salicales includes the family Salicaceae. Next order is the Tamaricales, and this Tamaricales includes the family Tamaricaceae, and the next family is Francaniaceae. So the next order is the Caparales, and this Caparales includes the family Caparaceae, and the next family is the Brassicaceae, and the next is Tuvariaceae, and the next is the Racedaceae. Next is the Gyrostemoniaceae, and the next family is the Betaceae. Next family is Morinaceae. So the next order is the Tropiolales, and it includes the family Tropiolaceae or Tropiolaceae. Next family is Limnanthaceae, and the next order is the Salvadorales, which includes family Salvadoraceae. Next superorder is the Thyiiflorae, and it includes the order Delaneales. It includes families Delaneaceae or E. Next order is the Peoniales, and this Peoniales includes the family Glucidaceae and Peoniaceae. Next order is Thiales, and it includes the family Stachyuraceae. Next is the Pentaphylocaceae and Margraviaceae, Quinaceae or E, Ancestroclidaceae, Dionchophylaceae, and Nepenthaceae, and the next is the Meadowsoganaceae, and the next is the Carocaraceae, and next is the Strasburgiaceae. Next family is Ochnaceae or E, and next family is the Chrysobellanaceae. Next is the Onchothecaceae, and next is the Cytopetalaceae, and next is Thiaceae. Next is Bonetiaceae and Clusiaceae or E, and the next family is Alatanaceae. Next order is the Lisithideales, and this Lisithideales includes the family Lisithidaceae. And next superorder is the Primuliflorae. It includes the order Primulales, and it includes the families Myrcinaceae, Aegicerataceae, and the next is Theophrastacea, Primulaceae, Coridaceae, and the next order is Ebeneos. It includes family Sapotaceae, and the next family is the Steractaceae, Lysocarpaceae, and Ebenaceae. Next superorder is the Rosiflorae, and it includes the order Trochodendrales, and it includes the family Trochodendraceae, and the next is the Tetracentraceae. Next order is the Cercidiphyales. Cercidiphyales includes the family Cercidiphylaceae and Eupatalaceae, and the next order is the Hammermelidae. It includes the family Hammermelidaceae and Platanaceae. Next is the Myrothymnaceae or E, and the next order is the Balanopeales. It includes the family Balanopaceae. Next order is Phagales. It includes the family Notophagaceae and Phagaceae, and the next is the Corilaceae, and the next family is Bichulaceae. Next order is the Juglandales. It includes the family Rhyoptaliaceae, Juglandaceae. Next order is Maricales. It includes family Maricaceae, and the next is the order Caesoarenales. It includes family Caesoarenaceae, and the next order is Baxales. It includes the family Baxaceae, and the next is the Daphne-Falaceae, and the next is Didymalaceae or Didymalaceae. Next order is the Gysolomatales. It includes family Gysolomateaceae. Next order is the Cananiales, and it includes the family Cananiaceae. And next is the Boaraceae. Next is Brunaliaceae, Davidsoniaceae, Eucryphiaceae, Bruniaceae, and Grubiaceae. And the next order is the Saxifragales. It includes family Saxifragaceae and Francoaceae, Grayaceae, and Braziaceae. Next is the Grossiolariaceae, and the next is the Itaceae. Next is the Cephalotaceae and Crassulaceae, and the next order is the Droseraceae or Droserales. It includes the family Droseraceae, and the next is the Leporopetalaceae, and the family is the Parnassiaceae. Next order is Rosales. It includes the family Rosaceae or Rosaceae. Next is Neuradaceae and Malaceae, and next is the Amygdalaceae, Anisophiliaceae, Prososomataceae, and Saurianaceae. And the next is the family Rhabdodendraceae. Next order is the Gannerales. It includes the family Ganneraceae. Next superorder is Podostemiflorae, and it includes the order Podostemeales. It includes families Podostemaceae, including the Pteroasticiaceae. Next superorder is the Fabiflorae. It includes the order Fabales, and it includes the family Mimosaceae. Next is the Caesalpinaceae, and the next family is Fabaceae. And the next superorder is the Proteiflorae or Proteiflorae. It includes the order Proteales and it includes the family Proteaceae. Next order is the Elygnales, and Elygnales includes the family Elygnacea. And the next superorder is the Myrtilliflorae. It includes the order Myrtillus and it includes the family Xylophyllaceae. And next is the Heteropyzidaceae. And the next is the Myrtaceae, Onagraceae, Tropaceae, and the next is the Ligraceae, and the next is Combretaceae, and next is Melastomataceae, and next is the Mimicalaceae. So the next is the Crypteroniaceae, Oleniaceae, and Piniaceae, Rhincocalicaceae, and Alzatiaceae. So the next order is the Halorhagales. It includes the family Halorhagaceae, and the next superorder is Rutiflorae. This Rutiflorae includes the order Sapindales, which includes the families Coriariaceae, Anacardiaceae, and Lightneriaceae, and Podoaceae, and the next is Sapindaceae. Next is Hippocastanaceae and Aceraceae, and the next is Acaniaceae and Brichnideraceae, and the next family is the Amblingiaceae. Next is Staphylaceae, and the next is the Meliantaceae. Next is Sabiaceae, and next is the Meliosamaceae. Next is the Coneraceae. So the next order is the Rutales. It includes the family Rutaceae and Pterodoxylaceae, and the next is the Caniuraceae. Next is Cimarobaceae and Tipoiantaceae. Next is Burseraceae, Meliaceae, and the next order is Polygalaeos. It includes the family Malpighiaceae and Arigoniaceae and Trigoniaceae. So the next is Vochiziaceae, Polygalaceae, and the next is the Cremariaceae. Next order is the Geraniales. It includes the family Zygophyllaceae and the Nitrariaceae and Peganaceae. Next is the Volanitaceae, Erythrocylaceae, and next is Hameriaceae, and the next is the Linaceae and Tanophoraceae, and the next is the Exonanthaceae. Next is the Lepidoboteraceae. So the next is Oxalidaceae, which is including the Averroaceae, and the next is the Geraniaceae and Darachmaceae. Next is the Ledocarpaceae and Vivianaceae and Biberstanaceae. Next order is the Linales. Linales incorporated into the Geraniales, and it includes the family Linaceae, Hameriaceae, Ctenophoriaceae, Exonanthaceae, Erythroxylaceae, and Lepidoboteraceae. Next is the family Oxalidaceae, and the next order I am going to discuss is the Salistrales. It includes the family Stachyosaceae, Lophopisidaceae, Cardiopteridaceae, Corinocarpaceae, and Celastraceae. Next order is the Rhizophoreales, and it includes the family Rhizophoraceae, and the next family is the Eliocarpaceae, and the next order is Balsaminaceae or Nallies. It includes the family Balsaminaceae, and the next superorder is the Santaliiflorae. It includes the order Santateles, and Santateles includes the families Aulocaceae and Opiliaceae, and the next is the Laurenthaceae, and the next is the Medocendraceae, Mesodendraceae, and Eremolipidaceae, Santaliaceae, and Viscaceae. So the next superorder is the Balanophorae, and it includes the order Balanophoreales, and this Balanophoreales includes the family Xenomoriaceae and Balanophoraceae, and the next superorder is Anneliflorae. It includes the order Pittosporales, and it includes the family Pittosporaceae, Tremendraceae, Biblidaceae. So the next order is Araliaceae. It includes family Araliaceae and the family Apiaceae. And the next superorder is Astriflorae, and it includes the order Campanulales. This Campanulales includes the family Pentaphragmataceae and Campanulaceae, and the next is Lobuliaceae. Next order is Asterales, which includes the family Asteraceae, and the next superorder is Solaniflorae. It includes the order Solanales, and it includes the family Solanaceae, and the next is the Sclerophyllaceae, and the next is family Gorziaceae, and the next is the Convolvulaceae, and the next is the Cuscutaceae, and next is Cobiaceae. So the next is the Polymoniaceae. Next order is Borragineales. It includes the family Hydrophyllaceae and Aretiaceae. Or Aretiaceae, and the next family is Borraginaceae. Next is the Lanoaceae, and the next is the Hoplistigmataceae. So the next superorder is the Corniflorae. It includes the order Fucariales, and this Fucariales includes the family Fucariaceae. Next order is the Aricales. It includes the family Actinidaceae and Calathraceae. Next is the Cyrolaceae, and the next is the Ericaceae and Impeteraceae. Next is Monotropaceae next is the Pyronaceae, and the next is the Apacredaceae. So the next order is the Eucomiales, and this Eucomiales includes the family Eucomiaceae. Eucomiaceae. So the next order is the Sarraceniales, and Sarraceniales includes the family Sarraceniaceae, and the next order is the Cornales, which includes the family Garryaceae and Alengiaceae, and the next is Nisaceae, and the next is the Cornaceae. Next is the family Rorigulaceae, and the next family is Davidiaceae. Next is Escaloniaceae. Next is the Halvingiaceae. Next is Torricelliaceae or E, and the next is the Aucubaceae, and the next is the Aralidaceae. Next family is the Diopensiaceae, Fallinaceae, and Equifoliaceae, Paracryphiaceae, Stephanostimonaceae, and the Symplocaceae. Next is the Icacinaceae, and the next is the Montaniaceae, Columelliaceae, and Stylidaceae, and which is including the Donatiaceae. And the next family is the also Osmiaceae, and the next is the Hydrangeaceae, and the next is the Sambucaceae, and the next is Vibernaceae. Next is the Maniantaceae, and the next is the Adoxaceae, and the next is Phalonomaceae, and the next family is the Tribulaceae, and next is Eremosinaceae, and next is the Pterostimonaceae. Next is Tetracarpaceae. Next is Tetracarpiaceae. And the next order is the Dipsacales, and this Dipsacales includes the families which is Caprifoliaceae, Villarianaceae, and the next family is Dipsacaceae. Next is Morinaceae, and the next family is Caliceraceae. Next superorder is Loasiflorae, and it includes the order Loazeales. It includes the family Loazaceae. So the next superorder is the Gentianiflorae, which includes the order Gudaneales, and this Gudaneales includes the family Gudaneaceae. And the next order is the Oleales, and this Oleales includes the family Oleaceae. Next order is the Gentineales, and this Gentineales includes the family Desfontaniaceae. Next is Loganiaceae and Dialipatlantaceae, and next is the Rubiaceae and Tigligonaceae. This is Tigligonaceae, and the next is the Gentianaceae. Next is the Saxifoliaceae and Opocinaceae, and next is Asclepiadaceae. So the next superorder is the Lamiflorae, and this Lamiflorae includes the order Lamiales, and it includes the family Redziaceae and Stilbaceae. And the next is the Betelgecae or Scrophulariaceae, and Myoporaceae and Globulariaceae and Plantagenaceae. Next is the Lentibulariaceae and Pedaliaceae. Next is the Tropalaceae, and the next is the Martiniaceae and Gesneriaceae, Bignoniaceae, Acanthaceae and Verbenaceae. Next is the Lamiaceae. And the next family is the Callitrichaceae. So the next order is the Hydrostachyaeals. And this Hydrostachyaeals includes the family Hydrostachyaceae. And the next order is the Hipporideales, which includes family Hipporidaceae. And the next I am going to discuss about 1982 system Monocotyledons. This 1982 system Monocotyledons includes the summary, which includes 6 superorders. And these 6 superorders are the Alismatiflorae, Ariflorae, and Liliiiflorae, Zingiberiflorae, and Magnoliiflorae. And the next superorder is the Araciflorae. So next I am going to discuss about its details. And the superorders, Alismatiflorae includes 5 orders, superorders, Ariflorae includes 1 order, and the order Areales. Next superorders, Liliiiflorae includes 11 orders, and the next order is the Dioscoreales. And the order is the Tachales. And the next order is the Aspergales, which includes the families Smilacaceae, Petermaniaceae, Phyllaceaceae, Convolariaceae, and Aspergaceae. Next family is the Herreriaceae, Dracinaceae, Dorientaceae, and Dasypogonaceae, Formiaceae, Zentoriaceae, and Agavaceae. Next is Hypoxidaceae, Asphodelaceae, Ephyllanthaceae, Dianelaceae, and Tacophyllaceae, Cyanostraceae, Angiospermaceae. Next is the Hamarcalidaceae, Funkaniaceae, Hyacinthaceae, Alliaceae, Amaryllidaceae, and the next order is Liliiales, which includes the family Iridaceae, Geosridaceae, Colchicaceae, Alistromeriaceae, Tricertidaceae, Calochortaceae, Liliaceae, and Milentiaceae. Next order is Bermaniales, and this Bermaniales and others are order Orchideales, order Pontidariales, order Hemodorales, order Philidreales, order Veloziales, and order Bromeliales. Superorder Zingiberiflorae includes the 1 order, which is the order Zingiberales, and the next superorder is the Magnoliiflorae, which includes the 8 orders, and the next superorder is the Araciflorae, which includes 3 orders. So the next I am going to discuss about 1985 system Monocotyledons. In its summary, it includes the 10 superorders, which are superorders Liliiiflorae, superorder Ariflorae, superorder Triuridiflorae, superorder Alismatiflorae, superorder Bromeliiflorae, superorder Zingiberiflorae, superorder Commoniflorae, superorder Cyclanthiflorae, superorder Araciflorae, and the superorder Pandaniflorae. Details includes the Liliiiflorae, superorder Liliiiflorae, 6 orders. So the order Dioscoriales includes the families Trichopodaceae, and the family is the Dioscoriaceae. Next family is Takeaceae. Next family is the Monaceae, and the next family is Triliaceae. Next family is Smilacaceae. Next family is Petermaniaceae. So the next order is the Asparagales, and this Asparagales includes the Felicaceae, Luzori, Agaceae. Next family is Convolvulaceae, and the next family is Asparagaceae. So the next family is the Rascaceae, Harariaceae, Dracinaceae, Nolanaceae, Astelaceae, Hanguanaceae, and Dasypogonaceae. Next is the Callictaceae, Blandfordiaceae, Xanthoriaceae, Agawaceae, Hypoxidaceae, Tacophyllaceae, and Sinistraceae. Next is Angiospermaceae, Axiolariaceae, Dorianthaceae, and Hemerocallidaceae, Asphodelaceae, Anthracaceae. Next is Ephyllantaceae. Next is Funkiaceae, Hyacinthaceae, Alliaceae, Amaryllidaceae, and Amaryllidae, and the next tribe is Hippeastreae, and the next tribe is the Lycoridae. Next tribe is the Stenomyceae. Next tribe is Eucharidiae. Next tribe is Pancratiae, and the next tribe is the Narcissae, and the next tribe is the Galanthiae or E. Next order is the Malanthiales, and it includes the family Malanthiaceae and Campanimataceae, and the next order is Bermaniales. Bermaniales includes the families Bermaniaceae, Thismiaceae, and Corsiaceae, and the next order is Liliales, which includes the family Alistomeriaceae, Colchicaceae, Eulariaceae, Calochortaceae, Liliaceae, Geosridaceae, and Iridaceae. Next order is the Orchids, and these orchids includes the family Apostaceae, Cypripediaceae, and Orchidaceae, and the next order is the next superorder Ariflorae. So the superorder Ariflorae includes only one order, and this order is the Areoles, which includes the family Araceae and the family Limnaceae. And the next is the superorder Triunidiflorae, which includes only one order, and the order is the Triuridae, which includes family Triuridaceae. Next is the superorder Alismatiflorae, and the superorder Alismatiflorae includes two orders, and the order is the Alismatiales or Alismatiales, which includes the family Aponogytonaceae, Butomaceae, Limnocharytaceae, Alismataceae, and Hydrocharytaceae. Next order is the Nagidae, which includes the family Schuchzariaceae, Juncaginaceae, Potamogytonaceae, Posidoniaceae, Zosteraceae, and Zanicaliaceae. Next family is the Cymodoccaceae, and the next family is Nageraceae. Next superorder is the Bromeliiflorae, and this Bromeliiflorae includes 6 orders. So first order is the Valoziales, which includes family Valoziaceae, and the next order is Bromeliales, which includes the family Bromeliaceae, and the next order is the Philidraes, which includes the family Philidraceae, and the next order is the Hemodoraes, which includes the family Hemodoraceae, and the next order is the Pontidariales, which includes family Pontidariaceae. Next order is the Typhoeals, which includes the family Sparginaceae and Typhaceae, and the next superorder is Gingibriflorae, and this superorder Gingibriflorae includes only one order. So the order Gingibrales includes the family Loiaceae and Musaceae, and the next is Heliconiaceae, Strelitziaceae, Zingiberaceae, Costaceae, and Canaceae, and Marantaceae. And the next superorder is Commeliniflorae. So this Commeliniflorae superorder includes 4 orders, which are: first order is Commeliniales, and it includes the family Commelinaceae and Myacaceae, Xyridaceae, and Rapataceae. And the next family is the Eriocolaceae, Hydatales, and the next order is the Hydatales. Hydatales includes the family Hydatulaceae, and the next order is the Cyperales, which includes the family Gincaceae. Next family is Therniaceae, and the next is the Cyperaceae, and the next order is the Poles, which includes the family Flagellariaceae, Joinvilleaceae, Poaceae, Igdiocoliaceae, and Anarthriaceae, Restionaceae. And the next family is the Centrolepidaceae. So next is the superorder Cyclanthiflorae, which includes only one order, and that order is the Cyclantheres, includes the family Cyclanthaceae. And the next superorder is the Araciflorae. Araciflorae includes only one order, and this one order is the Ericaceae. It includes the family Ericaceae. So the next is the superorder Pandaniflorae. So the superorder Pandaniflorae includes only one order, and this order is Pandanales, and it includes the family Pandanaceae. Next I am going to discuss about the further details about the Rolf Dahlgren. and the time period was 1932 to 1987. Rolf Dahlgren, the time period was 1932 to 1987. So the Rolf Dahlgren, working at the Botanical Museum in the University of Copenhagen, Denmark, published a new method in the Danish in 1974 to illustrate an angiosperm system in a textbook of the angiosperm taxonomy. So later on in 1975, he published a system of classification of angiosperms to be used to demonstrate the distribution of the characteristics in the Botanist noticer in English. So this is the Rolf Dahlgren. Time period was 1932 to 1987 as shown in the figure. The revised and improved version of his system gradually appeared in the subsequent years. So the first is in 1980 in Botanical Journal of the Linnean Society, and the second in 1981 in Phytochemistry and Angiosperm Phytogeny, edited by the Young and the Siga. Third, in 1983 in Nordic Journal of Botany. In his system, he included the information at different levels as much as possible. In his classification, he extensively used the chemical characteristics. He considered the following morphological and chemical characteristics in his classification. So first is the morphological characteristics, which includes the corypetally and sympetally. Next is apocarpus, syncarpus and monocarpellate condition. Third is the types of microsporogenesis. Fourth is the bi- and the trinucleate pollen grain. Fifth is the tenuanucleate and pseudo-crassinucleate and crassinucleate. And the sixth is the bi- and unitegmic ovules, etc. So the next are chemical characteristics. Chemical characteristics includes the benzyl isoquinoline alkaloids, and the next is the pyrrolizidine alkaloids, and the third is the tropane alkaloids. Fourth is the silica bodies, and the fifth is the alagic acid and the alagitinins or alagitinins. Sixth is the various groups of the flavonoids, etc. He didn't consider angiosperms to be originated polyphyletically from different gymnosperms, but believed that the combination of different characteristics like 8 nucleate, embryo sac, secondary endosperm, etc. would hardly have evolved independently from different groups of gymnosperms. So according to Dahlgren 1980, the class Magnoliopsida, which is also known as Angiosperms, have been divided into two subclasses, and these subclasses are Magnoliidae and the next is the Liliidae. The Magnoliidae includes 24 superorders, and those starts with the Magnoliiflorae and end in the Lamiflorae. 80 orders, those starts with the Annals and end into the Lamiales. and 346 families. On the other hand, the subclass Liliidae includes the 7 superorders, and those starts with the Alismatiflorae and end in the Angiosperms, and 26 orders, those starts with the Hydrocretalis and end into the Pandanales, and 92 families. So next I am going to discuss about the merits and demerits of the Rolf Dahlgren classification system. First of all, I will discuss about his merits of his classification system. First is the detailed information on morphology, phytochemistry and embryology was presented in the classification of Dahlgren. And the second, the system is highly phylogenetic, where the Angiosperms are ranked as a class like the other recent systems. Third, the arrangement of text in the form of a bubble diagram gives an idea about the relationship of superorders, orders and even families. Fourth, the use of superorders and the suffix "ani" are in accordance with the other modern systems like those of the Tectogen and Tron, etc. Second, I will discuss about the demerits of his classification system. First, this system provides classification of Angiosperms only up to the family level. Thus, it is not suitable for identification and for adaptation in herbaria. And the second is Dahlgren classified into dicots and monocots. He classified Angiosperms into dicots and monocots, which shows in conformity with the recent classification of APG2 2003 and the Tron 2003. Third, Dahlgren placed the monocots in between the dicots, while in the modern classification, monocots are placed in between the primitive Angiosperms and the eudicots. Fourth, although the families like the Vinteraceae and the Canalaceae showed their 99 to 100% relationship by the multi-gene analysis, so yet the Dahlgren placed these two families in the two separate orders. If you like my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well for further notifications. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for your time and appreciation.